Hello, welcome to MBC News, and you are with me, Evelis Jingambi. Stories making the headlines. The Democratic Progressive Party joins President Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, the family, and all Malawians in the solemn remembrance of the late Professor Bingu Mutharika. President Mutharika and First Lady wish Malawians a joyful and blessed Easter season, and government to engage experts for a long-lasting solution to Nkhata Bay Jetty, which is currently submerged in Lake Malawi. Thank you for joining us. And now to our first story this morning. The Democratic Progressive Party, DPP, has joined His Excellency Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, the family, and all Malawians in solemn remembrance of the late Professor Bingu Mutharika, third President of the Republic of Malawi and first President of the DPP, who passed away on 5th April 2012. Details in this report being read by Rapson Gondoy.
In a statement signed by Secretary General Peter Mukito, the party says Professor Bingu Mutharika was a transformative leader, an economist of discipline, a patriot of conviction, and the architect of a development agenda that redefined Malawi's trajectory. It says as founder of the DPP, he established a culture of results-driven governance, institutional discipline, and national ambition, and that his presidency delivered decisive economic reform, restored food security, and advanced infrastructure development. The party has mentioned the Farm Input Subsidy Program, which stands as a defining achievement, providing that Malawi can be self-reliant, productive, and proud. The statement says his enduring lesson is clear. National progress demands disciplined and visionary leadership. Food security is the bedrock of sovereignty. Self-reliance must replace dependency, and board-principled decision-making is indispensable to the national interest. Professor Bingu Mutharika's life affirms that the clarity of vision and firmness of purpose, Malawi can achieve lasting prosperity. Today, we recognize with pride that his vision continues to live on, ably advanced under the leadership of Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, second President of the DPP, and 5th and 7th President of the Republic of Malawi. This continuity reflects the strength, relevance, and durability of the ideals upon which the DPP was founded. The DPP says the greatest tribute we can offer is not remembrance alone, but action by upholding the values he stood for and advancing the foundation he laid as his legacy ensures, his vision guides, and his example challenges us. The statement concludes by extending deepest respect to Professor Bingu Mutharika's family and to all Malawians inspired by his life. May his soul continue to rest in eternal peace.
President Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika and First Lady Professor Gertrude Mutharika have wished Malawians a joyful and blessed Easter season. In his statement, President Mutharika has urged families that as they gather with their families and loved ones, they should reflect upon the message of the cross and also remember the values of compassion, forgiveness, and selfless service to one another. Easter is a period Christians from all walks of life celebrate the redemption brought by Jesus Christ through his crucifixion, death, and resurrection. First Lady Madam Professor Gertrude Mutharika has called on Christians in the country to remain steadfast in addressing spiritual and social needs in their communities. She met these sentiments when she joined worshippers at Nchezi CCAP in Lilongwe to celebrate Easter, marking the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Mainto Modze reports.
First Lady, Madam Professor Gertrude Mutarika, expressed her joy and shared her admiration for the Chigwirizano choir at Mchezi CCAP Church. She encouraged the faithful and the women choir to continue ministering through music. The First Lady presented a 12 million donation on behalf of President Professor Peter Mutarika. She said the donation was aimed at supporting the church to strengthen its operations in addressing the community's spiritual and social needs. In his sermon, Reverend Alexander Gambiri urged Christians to embrace self-reflection, emphasizing the importance of honoring Christ's sacrifice through action. Adano Panda Manyazi is the title of the song, which has become her favorite. Mind Tomods, NBC News, Lilongwe.
Member of Parliament for Rumpi North, Japi Muhango, has assured Malawians of more development activities that will transform their lives. Muhango made the remarks at African International Church Mission at Mhuju in Rumpi during the Resurrection of Jesus Christ prayers, marking the end of Easter season. Hassan Piri with the details.
There was joy and jubilation at African International Church at Mhuju, where Christians celebrated the resurrection of Jesus Christ, who, according to scriptures, was crucified on Friday and resurrected on Sunday morning. Joining the congregation is a member of Parliament for the area, who is also Minister of Transport, Japi Muhango. In his address, Muhango said Christians and all Malawians should draw the message of hope that a new Malawi is coming.
The resurrection of Jesus Christ should give us hope that a better future is on its way. You will appreciate that we are coming from a very difficult background. We went through torture, through the, when we were out of government. The previous government did do a lot of harm to this country. Now, hope is on its way. And that was the message that I brought to people of my constituency, that they should not despair. Today should give us hope that good things are on the way. And that's the assurance that is coming from the President, His Excellency Professor Peter Mutarika, to people of this country.
The parliamentarian has also donated the sum of 2 million kwacha to the African International Church towards the church building project. Bishop Daniel Msowoya of the church has hailed the Member of Parliament for his visit and donation to the church. Senior Chief Mwahenga and other local leaders joined the congregation at African International Church in the commemoration of the resurrection of Jesus. Hassan Piri, NBC, Rumpi.
Deputy Commissioner of Police Joseph Motumpa says they have deployed police officers in all strategic areas to ensure a peaceful Easter season. Motumpa made the remarks in Blantyre during a patrol tour conducted to assess the state of security over the festive season. He further said rapid response units have already been deployed to boost crime prevention.
Under the leadership of the Inspector General of the Malawi Police Service, Mr. Richard Chakupalezia Luhanga, the message has been very clear to all commanding officers, both at the district level, station level, up to the lowest police formation, that we should remain vigilant. When people are out for holidays and other celebrations, it is when now we scale up the security. So you have seen the patrol team from Sochi police station moving around, trying to make sure that police visibility is felt in this particular area. This is just a tip of an iceberg. If you check across the country, from Chitipa to Sanji, this is the trend. All the patrol teams have been deployed in strategic areas. Rapid response teams are well and alive on the ground, trying to make sure that the police visibility is actually felt, so that crime prevention is actually enhanced in so many locations, so that people, the general public who are our clients, should enjoy the freedom of walking around, going about their businesses without any interference in matters of security.
You're watching NBC News and you are with me, Evelis Chingambi. A reminder of our top stories. The Democratic Progressive Party joins President Professor Peter Mutarika, the family, and all Malawians in the solemn remembrance of the late Professor Bingu Mutharika. President Mutharika and First Lady wish Malawians a joyful and blessed Easter season, and government to engage experts for a long-lasting solution to Nkhata Bay Jetty, which is currently submerged in Lake Malawi. Welcome back. Government will engage engineers and other experts to come up with a long-lasting solution to Nkhata Bay Jetty, which is currently submerged in Lake Malawi due to rising water levels. Minister of Transport Jappy Muhango made the remarks after inspecting the jetty following reports that the facility is in bad shape. Hassan Perry reports.
Minister of Transport and Public Works, Jappy Muhango, said the situation at Nkhata Bay Jetty requires thorough technical assessment and consultation to identify a durable and permanent solution. He emphasized that government will engage engineers and other experts to address the problem.
This now calls upon the experts, the engineers, to have a look and come up with a proper design. Because this is giving us food for thought, that perhaps when we were doing this design, we had overlooked certain elements, the weather elements. Probably going forward, we will need to ensure that before another one or any changes are made to the existing one, it would be important that we engage other experts from other agencies. So the meteorology department will probably be key to help us, focus for years to come. What will probably be the situation in the next 5, 10, 15 years. So when you are coming up with a design, it must stand the test of time.
The submerging of the jetty has forced the authorities to change the docking arrangement for vessels operating on the lake. Currently, large ships such as the MV Ilala are docking away from the shoreline, compelling passengers like Chikumbutso Doctor to use small private boats to embark and disembark, a development which is causing inconveniences and concerns to travelers. The minister has since assured the public that government remains committed to ensuring that the jetty is renovated and raise it so that the water levels do not affect the water transport in Nkhata Bay and other parts of the country. Hassan Piri, MBC News, Nkhata Bay.
Nkhotakota District Council plans to relocate people in disaster-prone areas to upland. Disaster Risk Management Officer in Nkhotakota, Ramachinga Nkhata, said this during a handover ceremony of relief items worth over 26 million kwacha by ISA Foundation to 200 flood-affected households in the district. Nkhata said Traditional Authority Kalimanjira has identified and provided suitable pieces of land to the council, and the council is engaging its partners to construct houses for the affected households. Beatrice Mape reports.
Eliza Yakwania is one of hundreds of people who were affected by floods in Nkhotakota. She says she lost everything and is still facing challenges in rebuilding her life. Yakwania says that although many others have been receiving assistance, this is the first time she has received relief items since the disaster struck.
I'm so grateful. Currently, I'm struggling a lot. I lost everything, including food. Rebuilding my life is a challenge. I do not have anything. I wish I had startup capital so that I could start a small business.
TA Kalimanjira's area was the worst hit by the floods, and this is where ISA Foundation has provided relief items to cushion the affected households. Board member of the foundation, Delings Perry, says their aim is to help government alleviate the suffering of its citizens. Perry has called on the private sector and well-wishers to join the efforts, adding that the foundation will continue to mobilize funds and reach out to more affected households.
We need the people who have that responsibility and who also have the ability to support. They should come in, and even if ISA Foundation alone cannot support this. So we thought it wise that let us collaborate, let us join hands to support the government of Malawi in the already good work they are doing.
The Disaster Risk Management Officer in Nkhotakota, Romachinga Nkata, has commended the organization for the support, emphasizing that thousands are still in need of assistance. Nkata says discussions are underway to relocate people in disaster-prone areas to upland.
Jetty has managed to identify 3 portions of land, upland here in Tie Kalimanjira, and we are still also discussing with our partners like Habitat for Humanity. They are committed to help the affected families build their houses to the relocation site which the Tie and other chiefs have identified.
YESA Foundation is implementing the project in collaboration with the Anglican Diocese of Lake Malawi. Reverend Father Clement Naziri, parish priest at Chia, says the church is aware of the challenges the country is facing and is committed to helping address them by disseminating information to people to reverse the effects of climate change.
Currently, we are asking our people, the congregants, the parishioners, so that we can plant many trees.
YESA Foundation is implementing the project with funding from the Anglican Relief and Development Fund. Over 11,000 households were affected by floods in Nkhotakota. Beatrice Mwabe, MBC News, Nkhotakota.
Blantyre Water Board says unpaid bills in excess of 15 billion kwacha have choked operations of the utility body as it is failing to serve Blantyre residents better. Acting Chief Executive Officer for Blantyre Water Board, Jawanangwa Jana, said corporates are corporate companies, government institutions and domestic users. Simeon Boyce with the details.
Speaking during the Customer Loyalty Program in Blantyre, Acting Chief Executive Officer for BWB, Jawanangwa Jana, said failure to service the bills has seriously affected the operations of the water utility body as it is failing to run its operations smoothly, such as attending to faults in time, paying suppliers and electricity bills.
We have been owed in the excess of 15 billion. As Blantyre Water Board, we are really affected by the customers who are failing to pay their bills because it affects our cash flow and we cannot attend to some issues or cannot do the plans or the projects that we have earmarked within Blantyre Water Board or within Blantyre to save the residents better.
He, however, said that the body has now devised a way to collect money it is owed.
And we have put in a strategy, we are calling the revenue collection strategy, where we go after each and every customer to collect what belongs to Blantyre Water Board. We know in the past maybe we relaxed a little bit, but from now onwards we have embarked on this strategy and we'll be dividing ourselves across the city to go after each and every customer. Where we need to disconnect, we'll be disconnecting regardless whether it's an institution or it's an individual.
During the event, BWB awarded 15 companies and institutions for being loyal customers who pay their bills in time. The recipients include Amaryllis Hotel, Malawi University of Business and Applied Sciences, MUBAS, Kuhes, SIA, Adventist and Maiwatu Hospitals, Ilovo Sugar Limited, and Malawi Sun Hotel.
I think all I can say is thank you to Water Board. I think things
of this month, with 16 teams competing for the championship. Northern Region Super 4 Bonanza Committee has brought together 4 teams, namely Chitipa United, Karonga United, Moyare and Masters, to compete in the Bonanza that is taking place at Chitipa Stadium in Chitipa. Speaking to MBC, General Secretary for the committee, Donex Chironga, said the Bonanza has been organized to prepare teams well ahead of the forthcoming FDH Premier League kickoff.
It's an impressive day from the beginning up to the end. Of course, we have been disturbed by some rains, but then overall, it's been a very impressive day. We are very certain that the objectives of the Bonanza will be achieved. One, you remember we actually mentioned that this is a preparatory platform for the actual Super League as it commences for 2026 season. At the same time, we wanted actually also to get some money, finances for the clubs.
The team manager for Moyale FC Chifundo Mwanyama said the two-day tournament will help them to identify weaknesses and strengths of their teams before the season kicks off.
We've won. I'm very excited. We know where to start from, and we know areas where the coaches will fine-tune in readiness for the FDH Premiership.
Chipanga Customs and Clearing Company Public Relations Officer Norman Mwale has urged companies in the country to support football teams in the elite league that lack sponsorship.
We are urging companies to come forward because here in Malawi, as we are talking now, football is going upwards and the standards are going upwards. So that they have to come because here in the north, we don't have any team which has got sponsors. All the Kachitipa and Kalonga United, they don't have sponsors. So we are urging companies to come forward.
The tournament is expected to raise 15 million kwacha, which will be shared among teams as a starter pack in the season.